The instances involving alleged contamination of cough syrups by Indian drug makers refuse to stop, and a new case from Gujarat has now been flagged by India's drug regulators. Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Sumi Sukanya Dutta, and in today's special broadcast I will tell you about how the drug regulatory agencies in India have issued a fresh alert on contaminated cough syrups. The union government has initiated a probe into whether contaminated batches of 2-cough and anti-allergy syrups manufactured by a Gujarat-based drug maker were exported to other countries. In an alert issued in August, the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization or CDSCO said that the concentration of ethylene glycol or EG and diethylene glycol or DEG in the two syrups manufactured by Norris Pharma exceeded the acceptable limit. Following the finding, the Ankleshwar-based company has been shut. This was the first instance in recent years when the drug regulator issued a public alert on account of DEG and EG contamination in any drug. Contamination of drugs with EG and DEG beyond the acceptable limit can be dangerous for humans and even fatal in some cases, especially in the case of children, according to the World Health Organization. According to a senior pharmacologist, glycerine or glycerol are organic solvents used in liquid oral medications such as pediatric cough syrups, paracetamol suspension for kids, and sometimes in antibiotic syrups. But manufacturers sometimes use DEG and EG, which are cheaper alternatives to glycerine, and bring down the costs. They do it without appreciating the health risks involved. While glycerine is relatively safe for oral use, DEG or EG can be severely harmful and can even kill people, mainly children who have low body weights. The case involving Norris Pharma has emerged against the backdrop of at least 5 countries and the WHO flagging the supply of contaminated cough syrups by Indian drug makers over the past year. Last October, authorities in the Gambia alleged a link between cough syrups supplied by Haryana-based Maiden Pharmaceuticals and the deaths of at least 69 children. 2 months later, authorities in Uzbekistan alleged that cough and fever syrup supplied by Noida-based Marion Biotech caused the death of at least 18 kids. In August this year, the WHO issued a medical alert saying 3 batches of cough syrup cold out manufactured by a Tamil Nadu-based drug maker contained EG and DEG beyond permissible limits. In all these cases, investigations revealed that the companies didn't follow GMP compliance and had supplied medicine with toxic contamination. These companies were shut till further orders. The World Health Organization said in June this year that it was probing allegations of 20 substandard cough and paracetamol syrups manufactured by 15 makers from India and Indonesia, being responsible for nearly 300 deaths across 9 countries. But the problem has not been with cough syrups or drugs supplied by small and medium-scale drug makers alone to developing countries. Some major pharma companies exporting generic drugs to developed markets such as the US have also come under scanner for supplying substandard drugs. These instances put a big question mark on the credibility of $42 billion pharmaceutical industry in the country and forced the government to act. Starting June this year, the government decided to make it compulsory for cough syrup makers to get samples of the products tested before exporting them. Also, a nationwide crackdown was launched to ensure that all companies complied with GMP norms, and nearly 20 companies have been shut so far. Notices have been issued to 100 others. Major companies which supply to the US and Europe have also been asked to share details of inspections by foreign drug regulators. But whether or not these exercises bring back the credibility of India's pharma industry remains to be seen. Thank you so much for watching.